Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Denver Broncos. It's the first weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Dobbs now on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. The gun, Dobbs. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
This is fielded at the 7. One of the longest punts in the last decade or so, 80-plus yards. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. First carry down for Alex Collins. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They go again with Collins. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Set! 3-19! All right, now, look at 56! 3-19!
And now Jackson will look to throw it. They shakes it up, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Sua Cravens able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. Crabtree, the intended receiver. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to a sack back at the 16-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On 2nd down, Dobbs. And he's going to go down again. Willie Henry in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. But they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Dobbs. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Leopard! Gone!
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Looking left side, that's caught by Macklin. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try to run for it with Collins. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's Darkwa. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take out extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and now it's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Yards on the return that time, and the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Collins. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They go play action here on 1st down. Able to shake him off. Buying time to his left. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard!
Now Jackson on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And able to find John Brown. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson will throw again, and this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either, so the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Leopard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Gun. All right, here we go. 319.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56.
Play action. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Set. Green 39.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, yo, it's yo, it's yo. You got four. 22.
Now it's the backup Keenum. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Let's go, let's go. Here we go, boys.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver first down.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
Keenum now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing again is Keenum. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch you now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. 3-19. Detroit!
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Keenum now, a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now a 1st down throw. Keenum. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Keenum now on 1st down. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
From from the red zone. It's Keenum. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm was just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 43. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Keenum. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he's brought down. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Keenum now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Keenum. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Deshaun Hamilton, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Derek Wolfe in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And this is caught. He hits Macklin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34.
Look at 56. Look at 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Hey. 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Jackson to throw. Being chased out left. And able to find John Brown. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Detroit!
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He finds Crabtree for the completion. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Jeremy Macklin. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
No. Check. Patriot.
Again, Jackson, the quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Michael Crabtree, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd. See if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Keenum now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Let's go, let's go.
He's back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Keenum got to have this one. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Griffin down to a knee, and that should be the final act in this game. So with that knee, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Ravens, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.